in his goggles ensemble. Show us, Dan. There he is. And we got the princess. We got Danielle doing the grooming. All right, Danielle. So, if you've caught my live videos before, you know that as I adventure and take care of the dogs, do their requirements, health requirements, I try to broadcast almost everything because I want to not only inspire others, but teach others. I've been keeping Huskies for going on 25 years now. They've been part of my family, all different Huskies. And I want to share all the experiences so, again, we can grow the knowledge base. And, of course, I'm always open for suggestions, comments, concerns, whatever. Please leave them in the feed. I'll try to address the feed from the last couple of adventures. I know people have left questions. This is simulcast, essentially, on a bunch of my personal Facebook pages, Husky pages, but they're my pages. So I will try to go through everything today. I know people have been leaving a lot of comments. What you're looking at now is Princess, who's 15 years old, and she's all Husky, and she's a wild one. If there's any Husky that's a wild one, it's her. She's actually, I got Princess when she was about 4, so I've had her for about 11 years now. And the family I got her from had to rehome her, and she had given birth quite a few times. So she's been a mama, and so she's got some of those defensive mechanisms built into her, some of the guardianship of even the Husky she's with now, because she's their senior by at least 6 years plus. So sometimes when we're out in the field and I talk a little bit about how I'm going to keep the pack calm with her around, it's because she will look to keep them in check, basically. So we started off, I didn't start the broadcast from the beginning. I'll try to do some of the other dogs as we do them today. But Danielle started off with clipping or grinding her nails down. Her nails are pretty much well maintained, the claws, if you will, because we do so many activities and the natural friction they have in contact with the ground keeps them pretty well maintained. In addition, she does have dew claws. Some dogs do, some dogs don't, some dogs, they remove them. So the dew claws obviously don't come, they're the high claw on the paw. They don't come in contact on the ground. So those do have to be maintained under all circumstances. So Dan's in here helping out Danielle because Princess, her age and her stubbornness make her more challenging because she won't chill for the groom. So she'll, in a lot of ways, fight it. So she needs to be comforted all the way through it because it's not the groom she minds. It's just being kept still for the length of period required. That's what she minds. What's that? Yeah, she does have high blood pressure, and we have her on blood pressure medication. So she's kind of like the bionic woman. She's on about 50 medicines, but it keeps her going. She's actually got some high liver counts she's had for a long time. We've done ultrasounds. It just seems to be fatty tumors along the liver. Nothing that's going to be detrimental to her health, but medication levels to balance it out and to make it so it doesn't get any worse, as well as high thyroid levels she has, so a hyperactive thyroid, I believe they call it. So I give her some thyroid medicine. Give her also a most incredible drug that I found is something called Gala Print. Gala Print, to me, and you can talk to your vet, is kind of like the next level from something they call Rimadyl. It's all for arthritis. Rimadyl is a great drug also, but it's got effects like that work on, like other medicines have, most do, work on their kidneys and liver. It works against them. The side effects are not as desirable. In the past, that's all we've had. So if a dog had severe arthritis, it needed to be on Rimadyl no matter what, and it might affect their kidneys or liver, but it was worth the consequences. Today, Gala Print takes the place of Rimadyl in my mind, and again, consult with your veterinarian. Look at her. She wants to go. She sees me in here, and one of the reasons I don't stay in here when she gets groomed all the time, unless Dan can't make it or for some other reason they need me, is because she sees me and she's ready to go. So she's actually a little calmer for Dan and Danielle when I'm not in here, but she's being good now.
He's more hyper than her.
They can sense your energy. Dan says it's because I'm more hyper than her, or than at least Dan and Danielle. But actually, dogs they understand our energy better than humans understand energy, and that all comes into reading canine body language. So what I mean by that is sometimes dogs are a little apprehensive about some people or whatever, and it doesn't always mean they're a bad person. It's just sometimes their energy level is not in line with their energy level. But she's in line with mine, but she just thinks it's time to go when she sees me because we're so active. So as I was getting at, the Gala Print medicine is a lifesaver, and it's worked wonders for Princess, because 15 years old, she pretty much gets up without any discomfort when she's laying down, even in the cold. She'll choose a lot of times to lay, this is how Huskies do it, on a cold driveway or a cold concrete floor. That's what they want. She's got a warm, heated bed, but she'd rather be there. So when she's laying down, she gets up virtually with no impediments. That's because of the Gala Print. We don't have her on the Gala Print, we see a big difference. Gala Print has almost zero side effects. It doesn't affect her liver and kidney, from what I understand, to any degree, and they can be on it virtually forever, at least from her age when we started her probably about a year or two ago, and she can stay on it endlessly. It's kind of an expensive drug, but well worth it, and wherever you get it from, usually your veterinarian has to be prescribed. They offer a lot of rebates, so if you fill out those rebate forms, you'll get money back, so it helps offset some of the costs. Yesterday, someone had mentioned that they'd like to see a little less talking by me. I apologize for that. But since I'm here, I'm gonna talk to you, because that's what I do. Instead of you just watching the video. Every aspect of what I do is pretty much, in a lot of ways, unique to me. And what I mean by that is the specialized training I do with them, running them off leash, the way I do, running them on bikes or on sleds on wheels, the way I do it, and lure coursing, which is a canine sport, but again, the way I do it is like nothing else you'll see anywhere in the world except for what I'm doing. So that's why I'm all about explaining everything, because if you see it a lot of times, you don't understand it, or you don't know